Illinois has signed a law that would require insurance companies to cover costs for kids needing EpiPen injections for cases of severe allergic reactions. The bill would require companies offering health insurance policies in Illinois to pay for medically necessary injections for people under the age of 18. Illinois is the first state to mandate EpiPen insurance coverage, and the bill takes effect January 1st.
I think that the daughter of Joe Manchin, West Virginia senator, he's at one time the governor, but now he's the senator. Her daughter was the head of a company, and they remember the EpiPens went for $600.
Yeah. Sad.
They jacked up the price of EpiPens, which is dumb because the idea is to sell a lot of them. If I own EpiPens, I would own a peanut farm. And they're like,
there you go. Yeah,
I would
fly over and spray peanut dust.
I would get a bee farm or something. Like I would do, like I would do things that make people need my. I was on a plane, and the captain said we have a kid with peanut allergy, so when I got served peanuts, and I was like, "That's in coach, right? Because first class,
right? Well, where he sitting?
Ain't that curtain gonna stop?"
No. Well, some people have severe allergic reactions, as in the case they're talking about.
I better get my. But it's weird because they have a pervasive amount of that in more industrialized countries. Not so much. When people are starving, they ain't allergic to nothing but hunger.
They'll eat whatever
run that bread,
right?
Bro.
Right.
Matter of fact, what they did in I forgot, it was a region of Africa. They mixed peanut butter and powdered milk, and they made a solution that was nutritious enough, and they needed something to give them nutrition, but that wouldn't spoil, that could keep, and virtually no incidences of peanut allergy.
No,
because people are like, man, I'm hungry.
Right.
Only thing I'm allergic to is like my stomach hurt, but not as much as hunger.
Right.
Snickers really satisfy you here.
Right.
Yeah, it's like this. So a new study says watching football is actually good for you. Researchers from the University of Leeds
This is the first thing by Rock Nation, huh?
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
probably so. So they found the supporters' heart rates actually increased around 64%, with some peaking at 130 beats per minute. A normal
Not
resting
if you're a
heart
Dolphin
rate
fan,
is 60 to 100. But scientists basically say it's the equivalent of a good workout, maybe like a brisk walk for like an hour and a half. And if your team won, it actually lowers your blood pressure.
So if you're the Buffalo Bills fan, it could kill you, right? Like,
do they win ever?
No, they.
Because I don't watch football like that.
Wouldn't that kind of be like
5 games a year
for every sport though?
Yeah.
Like, what aren't you active, like watching basketball and soccer?
I think football fans and probably basketball fans are probably the most active
Soccer,
in terms of
probably.
jumping up.
Soccer, probably.
So we're not going to discuss the snacks that these people are probably eating.
But you burn them off.
They're...
I don't know.
I just so you actually believe that watching a football game is an aerobic event?
I know it is for you. When you watch basketball, I know it is for you.
But I think that it's just weird that we would have the whole Jay-Z Kaepernick thing.
How about it?
And now all of a sudden football is good for your heart.
It's good for you.
It's good for you.
Right?
I don't know.
man.
It's scientific.
It's okay.
It's good for you.
Brought to you by the Jigga Man Polling Company.
Right. Yeah. Helmets, don't help. We don't have a problem with CTE.
No,
right?
none of that.
Football's good for you.
Oh, I just got a message to join Jay-Z's fantasy football team.
That's right. I told you. So due to a major infidelity problem, the governor of a city in Tanzania has announced plans to create and publish a national database of married men. The system will require every man who proposes marriage to a woman to register in the database. From there, the bride-to-be would be able to search the database to see if her beau is already married to another woman.
Where did you get this?
From your office.
Why?
Why
is that a big problem in Tanzania?
Yeah, apparently it is. I actually read a story probably last week too, where I guess this guy in Africa, I don't know who it was, he died, but right before he died, I guess he made an announcement that someone else had a baby by another person. I don't know. It was a weird story.
Yeah,
so this is probably
every
pervasive.
That sounds like America.
Yeah, and that's how she found out. That's how the wife found out. We know there's a baby.
That's the way nature intended it to happen.
That's the basis of 96% of the funeral fights.
Right.
It shouldn't be. But
you remember when was it Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife found out he had a baby with the maid?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger had a baby with the maid, as if the strongest baby in the world. That baby is so strong, he got a leaf blower. Who was that?
But then when you saw the baby, you were like,
homework.
yeah.
That is the strongest. He had a baby by the maid, and she was shocked. She couldn't believe it was him.
Oh, she knew. Women know. She's not an idiot.
That blockhead baby coming in.
The baby kept running to the chopper. Like,
Get down. That's my ultimate.
I'm going to school. I'll be back.
I'm hungry.
Why?
How do you know that that baby could hold on? He was the Mexican made baby, and
I'm telling you, just one look at the baby, you knew.
he could hold a leaf blower with one hand.
The baby came out like this.
I'm gonna be governor of California.
California.
Some of these things, I think you just.
I promise I don't make them up.
So
I don't. I actually research them. They are true stories.
But this whole infidelity. When I grew up, you would find out that the person had a family. At the funeral, when they be in there arguing, he's my real daddy. And then you be
I
in
was
the
about to
parking
say,
lot.
it sounds like a possibility for yours.
No.
Actually.
I'm not gonna have a funeral.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
That might be best.
when I know I'm gonna tip myself into a raft and float to Canada.
You have a Viking funeral.
Light it on fire.
I'm not doing that. I would be scared, man.
I bet you would.
You've never been to a funeral and found out somebody else that had family nobody knew about?
Yes.
I've
Oh,
not.
man.
It could have been at Papa's, but Mom ruined it for all of us.
Literally half the funerals I went to as a kid, there was a
That
fight in the
happened?
parking lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I've
That's a
never
big
been to a
deal.
There
funeral
is
where a
of
fight
course.
broke out.
Yes,
Not once.
yes, you'd have.
Oh,
yeah.
but it
Yes,
wasn't.
you did.
But it wasn't over infidelity.
No.
I did go to a funeral, and I was quite surprised.
Right.
I was about to lay
The
them.
fight that broke out at the repast. I was
Right.
like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, my family.
Yeah.
With my nephew going, that ain't your real granddaddy.
Yeah.
It really happened at the
Yeah.
funeral.
And Kyle was about to, full disclosure, whoop that ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle's
There was
about
a
to let
lot
him
of
have
things
it.
going
Y'all
on
should've
there.
let
that-
That was a
We
little
were
weird.
trying to let it happen.
No, I didn't go to the
You didn't go to the
repast.
repast.
You didn't go to the repast.
Because I figured something like this was going to happen.
Oh, I can't wait until the
It was
wedding.
a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.